start now. I haven't prepared a proper debate speech, but if you have, then that's great. Then let's go ahead with that.
Yeah, okay, I'll start. Good evening. Today I'll be speaking for the motion that locked facilities should be abolished for youth. It is said that the youth is the future of our country, or any country for that matter. But how will our future shine if our youth is locked up in a cell or confined within a cell? Putting youngsters behind bars for every reason is not the solution to the problem. It will lead to them becoming more aggressive and vengeful, which could have dire consequences in the foreseeable future. It would also lead to unstable mental health among the youth and affect their performance in their careers. A bad track record will also affect their reputation negatively and create obstacles in the path of their success. What would be my suggestion instead is that it can be approached with another way of therapy and counseling. It would encourage the youth to talk about their feelings and urges and how they can keep a check on it and control it. The youth is driven to do unlawful activities out of hormonal changes and irrational feelings that they are experiencing, not because they actually want to be involved in these activities. Thank you.
Okay, good. I don't know how long that was, but I think it was let me check how long this meeting is. Okay, I think it was 2 minutes. So that's not bad. That's good. Okay. So I didn't prepare a proper speech, but I wrote down some pointers. I can just elaborate on that. So good evening. My name is Niharika, and I'll be proposing the upside of the motion that we talked about, that youth facilities. Okay, one second. Just excuse me. Okay, sorry. So I'll be opposing the motion. The House would abolish all locked facilities, for example, jail detention centers, correctional facilities for the youth. And for my side, I would like to state 6 reasons for why I'm saying so. So, firstly, prisons provide us with rehabilitation opportunities such as drug and alcohol treatment, education, etc., that will be provided by the prison itself, and this helps the individual or the youth basically reflect on what they have done wrong and move past it and present a solution. But one might think that, oh, why do we need to be put in jail for this? We can obviously join educational programs or do community service, which will also aid in this. But I guess we also have to realize that if somebody has committed a crime, which is something that's really serious because they have done something that's made them go against some laws and rules that all citizens of a country are supposed to abide to, and that makes them a possible threat to everybody that they're around, and they can cause like negative impacts on people around them, either by either like monetary or just by hurting them, etc. So because they have committed a crime, it is like for public safety we keep them in a prison area, because for a while, till they go through some education or something that helps them realize where they have gone wrong and helps them realize what they can actually do better and move on from a different path, basically change their mindset, change their behavior. Till then, from the next day after they commit the crime, they obviously are not safe for the public because they still have the vulnerability to do it again. And just being in a prison kind of avoids that. This also helps restore justice. So when somebody has committed a crime, obviously, mostly a second party is also hurt. And if you see something, let's say somebody has murdered someone, even if it's just a child who has murdered someone, it obviously has really dire consequences and really negative impacts on the other person's family. And just imagine them seeing someone like some like, let's say their father passed away or their mother passed away because some child murdered them, and then next day they see the child roaming around the street like casually and just doing community service. Obviously it won't make them feel good, and it would create some kind of you can say a negative behavior relationship between the offender and the person who was the victim of it, the victim of the family. So in order to restore the balance, in order to remove or to bring down the amount of hatred they might feel against a second person, restoring justice is also important. Also, if we don't give out some really serious consequences, people might not be wary of committing a crime. For example, if the crimes were not as serious and they were something just simple like community service and all, especially for children who are in a very impressionable age, and like you said, due to hormones, they can do a lot of different things. They might just be like, oh, it's okay, I can just do 1 year of community service, I'll just do this, it doesn't really matter to me. But if you present something really serious, like, oh, you'll be put in jail for like, let's say 3 months, and you won't be able to step out, you won't be able to meet your family, that obviously makes them feel threatened, which like again shows that that's why when we have negative consequences for something, like if we break some rules and all and we face some negative consequences, that's something that keeps us, from doing those things. That's why we have these rules and regulations, and we have consequences created around us, and prison is just a consequence for something that's a really serious action. So to somehow, I would just like to say that it makes the youth aware of the mistakes they have made. It makes them aware of the consequences that they will have if they do stuff like this. And it just helps create a more balanced society. Thank you. Okay. So we have discussed both the sides, but we don't have a judge right now. But I think that is okay. I've shared the doc with you, so you can write your speech down. I'll write down my pointers down. Okay, and I will just ask my other team members what we can do now, or if they can join and judge something, that would be great. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay. Well, let me just share the link again of this document. Wait. Here. And I think we can give each other 2-3 minutes to think of feedback we both can provide each other, what we can improve on. And I can just tell you, because I was supposed to give feedback to two people's debate. That debate is judged on three things: content, style, and the strategy that you're using. So obviously content is the most important one, the information you're delivering. Style is not your pronunciation or anything. It's the way, the impact that you leave on the reader. Let's say the gestures you show, the emotions you show, or the expressions you show, that comes under style. Okay. And then under strategy, it's just where you're weighing your most important points. For example, your most important point was that the mental impact on youth, right? And my most important point was, let's say, it makes them aware of the criminal activity. So the strategy that you're using, how you're weighing your most important points, what are something you're emphasizing on, what are some things you are keeping on the side, and how that makes you understand the person's debate. So the three things: strategy, content, and a style. Okay, so just think about that. We can give each other some general feedback, and we can also write down the stuff in the document, the pointers we thought of. Okay. Okay, great. Should we quickly discuss the feedback now and then we can. Oh, you're still writing. Okay, no problem. You can write. You can finish writing, then we can. Oh, my bad. Um,
Niharika, I'm done with writing.
Okay, that's great. 1 second. Yeah. So we're done with that. Let's just discuss some feedback. So, I'm gonna start with the feedback I can give to you because that was what I was supposed to do anyways. So, I think your content was good, and know how to write or structure your debate well. Something that I struggle with, like writing the whole speech is something that I really don't like to do. But you did that well, and even for like a new debater, I like the words and the rhetoric questions and all that you used. I would say that you should make your speech a bit longer though, because usually when you go for tournaments and all, they expect you to speak for like 3, 4, or 5 minutes, and if you speak for less time, then it can be cut. So if you include just a few more pointers, which what resources did you use, by the way?
I actually wrote that on my own, like whatever ideas I
Oh,
had,
that's
I
great.
just searched a little on ChatGPT,
Yeah.
but it didn't help much before.
Okay, okay. So exactly. So you wrote it from your like entirely khud ka perspective. So if you had like gone to just 3, 4 more resources, then you would have found out some other points to add. And if you can't think of literally anything, then you can just copy paste this motion in your chat GPT and be like, tell me more pointers about to speak with this, because I'm sure they won't give you just one pointer. They'll give you a few. So in whatever way you can understand them, and I'll just try to manipulate that to fit your speech. That would really help you in all of your debates. And yeah, I liked how you started with an intro, you gave a thank you and everything. So that's great. And so I've talked about content, talked about style. Oh yeah, in strategy also. So you basically focus on just like one main point, which was good. You had shown the point that you were like affecting like the point that you wanted to be the most effective one. But it would have been nice to hear like a few more smaller points as well that we could have compared it to. But that can just be improved in content, and otherwise I think it was great.
Okay. Would you like me to give you
Yeah,
feedback?
yeah, yeah, definitely.
So, like you said, you struggle with structuring a speech. So I thought that yet, yes, it could be well structured. You had a lot of content and you spoke well, but I also felt that you could use more pauses between the sentences.
Mhm.
And I think your strategy was overall good, but that's the main thing that you need to focus on, structuring your speech.
So the
That's all from my
presentation
side.
of the speech is what you're saying? Yeah, the presentation of the speech.
Yeah, like how you can just present your point and make it more clear to the audience.
Yes, okay, that's great. So we can just write this down in the end ka feedback part. So I'm gonna just write for Namya. That means that's the feedback I'll write, and you will write it in for Niharika. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so I think that concludes our session today. Do you want to discuss anything else?
Not really.
Okay, well, so that's great. I'll just put the recording for this. I'll share with Shivansh and everything. So thank you so much for joining, Namya. I really liked interacting with you, and I hope to see you again in future sessions. And if you have any doubts related to TTD or anything that you know, if you want to like join the organization or something, apart from just being a member, I think you should really go ahead with that because you're so involved in it. And it would be really great to have you on our team. So just let me know if you need anything. Okay.
Yeah,
Bye.
sure. Thank you. I enjoyed it. Bye.